What's going on, guys? It's O from Mount Confidence, the struggle of being an empath. So what is an empath? So it just means that you've always been very sensitive to your surroundings, sensitive to emotions. If you're with someone, that person doesn't need to tell you to know what they're feeling. And sometimes that causes lots of problems. Now, you can see it as a superpower, sure. That will better your relationships for sure. You will understand people more. You don't even need to put yourself in their shoe because you're already in their shoe when you're talking to them. When you're just around them. Now, this can cause anxiety and social anxiety to be specific, because when you're in public and you're picking up all these emotions from people, all these energies, you start to mistake those to be your emotions. And it's funny because lots of my close friends are empaths like me, and we share the same thing. And it's great because we understand each other on a very deep level that we just know if that person's not having it, right? So I'm grateful for those friends, and I'm sure they're watching this video. Being an empath, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because I think that not many people know what an empath is, and they get overwhelmed by their social anxiety, by their just anxiety in general. They pick up some really, I don't want to say dark, they pick up some intense negative emotion that they mistaken it for themselves. They'll be like, why am I feeling like that? And then they'll try to justify it, and then their minds go into places and they become even more anxious, and then you could possibly have a panic attack. You could possibly feel restless, tired, exhausted, feel like you're just not here, you're going crazy. It's anxiety, just anxiety on steroids basically. Now, the struggle, other than the fact that you pick up people's energies and you pick up these unpleasant emotions and mistaking it for your own emotions, is that you're very sensitive, and not towards other people's emotions, but just towards all situations that happen in your life. So let's say something small happens in your life, like an argument with a friend or with a stranger. It really stays with you. You like, if you don't learn how to release that from your body, because you embody that problem, you become the problem in a sense, and so you get like too stressed out and too anxious over something very small, and it causes you to just be frustrated, because it's like, why am I getting so freaking affected by such a small thing, right? Now, the dudes will call you a pussy and stuff, but they're just ignorant and don't know anything about being an empath. Now, being an empath means that not only that you pick up the negative stuff, but also the positive stuff. So when someone's around you and is just there's something about them that just makes you want to come back and talk to them, you pick up their state of mind. So if they're inspired, you will literally feel inspired. And this is a problem that we empaths deal with, is the fact that we could actually become dependent on people, and we want to be around a lot of the good friends, the good people around us, because there's such a motivating, inspiring, energetic thing that makes us just want to be around. And so I think that's a struggle, because it could cause you to be dependent on someone, and if you slip and end up being around people all the time, that you no longer get to know yourself, you no longer get to be authentic. You almost get like hooked, and it's just like eating sugars or doing some sort of drug, and you get addicted to that drug. It's like you can get addicted to people. Now, an empath also does struggle with loneliness, because we're in a battle between being around people and being lonely, because we recognize at some level, at a deeper level, that it's not good to be around people all the time because it's affecting me and I'm picking up whatever they have. Because let's face it, not everyone's gonna be, you know, your good friends. When I say good friends, I mean friends that are very positive. They will have their down times, and it's like, if you're around that, then you're not going to be around them anymore, and that could affect your relationship. And it becomes very like selfish in a sense, because you don't want to be around someone that's negative because you don't want to pick up that negativity, but at the same time you're not being quote unquote a good friend. So what do? It's quite the situation, because you know that if that causes you negativity, then you can't be a spark of positivity. Now, as an empath, you learn throughout your life to not be affected by that negativity. But at the beginning, it could start off as a struggle. It's like finding a balance between being around the positive friends and the negative friends, generally speaking. It becomes a balance. And so, what I have learned to do is to be around my friends, you know, the ones that don't quite resonate with my state of mind, and those that resonate with my state of mind, and in hope that those that don't resonate with my state of mind, I can influence and better something about them, and they can influence and better something about me, because I can get to see the, I don't want to say darkness, but I can see and feel the negativity, so I can learn from that negativity by learning how to kind of push it away and create this positive environment for not just me, but that person as well. Now, for the people that have a good state of mind, they can teach me how to become even more positive, and teach me how to have different perspectives of life. And so, you know, having all sorts of different friends, people that you're not really in tune with, people that you're in tune with, I think that's key. Now, another struggle of being an empath is that you're super sensitive to drugs. And I'm not just talking about the illegal drugs, I'm talking about like caffeine, alcohol, marijuana, which will be legal soon. You're just super sensitive to anything, even the prescription pills, or the over-the-counter pills. Like, you're so sensitive to different state of minds that you could literally drink a herbal tea and feel its benefits right away. Because, you know, the average person, when they drink like a herbal tea, for example, and, you know, each herb does something where either it relaxes you, causes you to feel, you know, just happy, elevated, feel relaxed, feel, you know, all sorts of different things. Like, you will feel that. You'll see your body like reacting to that substance or that herb. And is that a struggle? Could be and could be not. It's all about perspective. It's all about how you view it. Is it affecting you towards a place where you don't want to be, or is it elevating you? So I'll give you an example. For coffee, for example, I don't drink coffee usually. I drink it every now and then. It's just like when I crave the taste, I will drink it. But I'm so sensitive to that, like super sensitive. But when I do make that decision, when I make my peace with it, and I'm like, you know what, today I really feel like having coffee because I just want to enjoy that state of mind, then you can cope up with that state of mind, if you will. And so, again, I think it's more of a struggle than anything, just because we live in a time where, or we've always lived in bodies and minds that were dependent on drugs, and depending on, you know, different neurotransmitters firing. You know, food is a drug. Food causes a reaction in our brain, sugar especially, a reaction in our brain where it's the same thing as doing coke. So that's about it now. I'm going to talk about more of the struggles of being an empath, but I'm sure I have lots of other stuff to talk about on this topic. So I'll make a part 2 video in the next few weeks or so. So give the video a thumbs up to support the channel, to help you grow. Thank you for the constant support, for the constant feedback that you guys have been giving me. I've been loving talking to you, connecting with you in the comments, and just loving talking about topics like these. Oh, for Mount Confidence, out.